Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, in our little video today we've got some dual line buttons for you. They're buttons that have got dual lines of text. Now we've recently done this on the Elementor page builder and thought it'd be nice to do it with a Divi. Really easy to do, so let's get started. I'm going to enable the visual builder. Once enabled, let's roll down to where we want to work. And I'll simply get rid of this one that I've got here. Now to do this today, I'm going to add a Divi Blurb module. Divi comes as standard with all these modules, plenty enough to build just about any site. But rather than use a button like we did when we demoed this with Elementor, I'm going to use a blurb purely because we've got a title and some body text there. And you can actually use an icon with this as well with a Blurb module, and we've demonstrated that in past videos. Okay, well, title wise, I'm going to use that for the top of my button here. So put what you want your button to say up the top here. I'm going to use capitals for this, not that it matters because we can adjust that at a different time. I don't know if you can see that, it's pretty pale down there, but it says that there. And here we'll put our second line. So let's say 24 hours only. Okay, well let's style this so we can see it. But before we do that, I'm going to go down to image and icon below. I don't want any icon or any image on this today. So I'm going to hit the trash can and we're just left with our text up there. Down below that is where you want to put the link for your button to go. Now you can put it in the title if you want to. I suggest putting it in the module link, then anywhere that they click within this whole module will go to where it is you put in for your link there. I'm just going to put a hashtag in place of a URL. And always, best practice, if you're linking to your own site, leave it in the same window. If you're linking off site to somebody else's site, put it in a new tab so your site stays open. Alright, let's move on down. Let's give this a background. So initially, I'm going to make it purple, and I want a different color when they hover over it. So common to most Divi modules, if we hover over the dark writing up here, you'll see some icons appear. They may not be there when you first go up there, but when you hover over they should appear. If there's an arrow there, click on the arrow and you can set a desktop state or a hover state. Desktop state is when your mouse is not on it. Hover state obviously is when your mouse is on it. So desktop, I'm going to have a purple color. When they hover over it, let's change it to blue, shall we? There we go. And I'll just pop it back to desktop, make sure we got that purple in there. Great. Well, we can move on to our design tab now. Image and icon, well, we don't have one, so we can skip that. Text, I'm going to make it light in color because I've got a kind of dark background. Of course, you can make it any custom color you want by doing title and body text separately. Okay, well, let's go into our title text now. I want it to be in the middle. I want it to be bold. It's already uppercase, but if you hadn't been, you could just click on one of these buttons and make it uppercase. And my 24 hours only is just body text right here. So I want to pop this in the middle. I'm going to leave it on the regular font, but I want it in the middle. You can change colors on this if you want a different color for your second line. I want it a little bit closer to our sale sign up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll down, and we've got body line height here. We can drag this down. The more you drag it down, the closer it's going to get to the top one there. So that's absolutely fine. Now let's make our little blurb module look more like a button. To do that, let's close up our body text right here. Let's go into our spacing first, and I'm going to give it a bit of padding top and bottom so there's a bit of space above and below the writing there. So I'm just going to give it 10 pixels. Put in the 10, it'll put in the pixels for you. Do the same for the other side. Hit the chain, it'll do it automatically for you. I'm not going to put a left and right in because I'm going to give it a fixed width. Okay, and now border wise, if we want to give it slightly rounded corners like we've got here, you can do that with rounded corners here. If you give it sort of 5 pixels, it'll give it slightly rounded corners. If you want it to be fully sort of pill shaped, give it about 50 pixels. And you've got a rounded pill shaped button. But I want mine around about 5 pixels. I think it's going to do fine. Now let's actually make it the width that we want it. So let's close this one up and we'll go into sizing just above it. And here we've got width. And I'm going to say I want my buttons to be 150 pixels, so 150. And there we have it. We've got our button. And then every time you make a new button and copy it over or whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter what text you have, top and bottom, it's always going to be 150 wide. So they'll stay pretty common. So we should be good to go. Let's save our changes. We'll save the page changes. And let's exit the Visual Builder. Go on down, take a look at our buttons. There we are, there's our little sail button. When we hover over it, it's going to turn blue. And of course you've got the hand icon because it's a link. And when they click on it, it's going to go to wherever you put your link. So there you go, there's how to create a button with 2 lines of text in it. Really easy to do and nice little feature to have. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.